What's up, YouTube? Eric here. Feels good to be home. I'll say that for good for a while anyway, probably a month or two. So it's really nice to to know that I get a little bit of time off and really get serious about these workouts and stuff. Not that I haven't been, but little added focus, little added time. The downside to having too much time, of course, is I'm in a house filled with goodies, so um, I'll just kind of block that out of my mind. It's not even in my it's not even in my wheelhouse. I'm not even thinking about it. So, but anyway, guys, it's day 27. It's January 29th, 2017, obviously. And if you haven't seen it, I did my week 4 weigh-in and I lost a little over 2 pounds again last week. So even with the little bit of cheating, those couple day or that one day, couple meals on that one day, um, everything is all right. So, which brings me to a point I wanted to make about that. If you guys do have a cheat day or whatever like that, or not even a cheat day, you just mess up and you end up binging. Um, Not that that's good or okay, but if you do, it's not the end of the world, man. It's one day out of, the rest of your life. You got to be careful with that thought process though, because it's really easy to rationalize. Then you get in the habit of doing that. Just don't make it a habit. When you do it, when you do mess up a little bit, just don't beat yourself up too much. But don't go too easy on yourself either, where you just you end up keep doing it over and over again. It's kind of a fine line, but you definitely don't want to beat yourself up too much because then you get discouraged. So I kind of look at it like a baby. When a baby's trying to walk, they fall down. You know, it's the same thing. But ultimately, they end up walking and then running. You know, and it's the same thing. It's baby steps. Every day is one more day of trying, and then you're gonna mess up some days. That's kind of like the baby falling. So that's a good parallel to use. The baby doesn't. I don't think babies get frustrated. I should know. I had three of them, but you tend to forget stuff like that sometimes. But babies don't get frustrated when they fall. They just try to get back up and do it again. So don't kick yourself too much for it. Get up, let it go. It's not going to make a huge difference in the grand scheme of things. For instance, one day this week, I had a couple meals that weren't ideal. Now, given I didn't drink a bunch of soda and eat a bunch of cookies or anything like that, but even if you did do that, um, cut yourself some slack and then get your mind right though and get back on. So I messed up and I still lost 2 pounds this week because I've been working hard though. I've been working out hard, doing my cardio, um, and eating right, you know, 98% of the time, I guess. So anyway, guys, that's about all I got for you today. I did my weigh-in video. If you guys want to check that out, look at that. The scale keeps going down. So one other thing I'll say, I'm gonna maybe in my next video, there's a good way to check to see if you're losing fat. Obviously, if your pants are starting to fit looser and stuff like that, you're losing fat, you know. But if you're worried about if you're losing muscle um, versus fat, you can buy a Skinfold caliper at like GNC. They're like 15 or 20 bucks, and you just pinch the same spot every time. Just pinch some fat on your stomach, just grip it, and then pinch it in the same spot every time, and you'll see the millimeters going down every time. I'll show that to you guys maybe in the next video I do. But it's a cheap way, and it's better than the scale because if you're a guy and you're lifting and you haven't lifted much in your life, or you haven't in a couple years and you're kind of getting back into it, you might not see the scale go down very much because you're losing fat, but you might be gaining muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. Now, you're not going to probably gain muscle at the same rate as you'll lose fat. So, but it's just a good way to make sure that the weight's coming off in the right spot. you know. So I'll leave you guys with that, and I'll give you an example um, on my chubby stomach maybe tomorrow. So we'll see you guys then.